Here we have the daily price chart for Tesla Incorporated, stock ticker TSLA. As we can see here, we're hitting these exact price targets, and then seeing, major developments happening. If you take a look at the prior video, you'll note that I was specifically pointing to this 250 area as a potential area for profit taking, and even some potential sell orders. There were a few different reasons I thought this to be the case, but as we can see here, here's the 250 level. I mean, and that's that is the high. So, I mean, it's just the market is just so predictable sometimes. It's almost annoyingly predictable. I would almost like to be wrong a little bit more just to make things a little bit more exciting. God, it's kind of boring being, this right all the time. You just stop being so predictable all the time, market. But here we can see, this is the 250 level, and that is the price high. So, we're turning around right at the expectation here. In prior videos, I have been pointing out to some of these potential breakout points, and a lot of these projections are coming true. So from here, we're going to need to kind of do some assessments here because it is looking like we're starting to see some downside here. So now we're starting to see some selling pressure. So we have to kind of watch for some potential price zones here for turnaround points or for the next breakout zone. So here, like, we have started to move through the orders that were placed at 250. I still firmly believe that there are large portions of the market that want to short this stock. It's been the case for most of the stock's history. There are a lot of people that Elon Musk has a lot of fans. He also has a lot of detractors and people that are not fans. And that the number of detractors has only increased after he purchased Twitter. A lot of people did not like that. Did not like that he was interested in standing up for free speech. I think a lot of people were angry because they can no longer just ban and block and censor people that they disagree with. There are a lot of people that dislike Elon for that reason. One guy that I would like to point out is this Dan Nathan on CNBC. He's talking, Elon buys Twitter, and now suddenly he's bearish on the stock, where before he was bullish, and he thinks that, he thinks Tesla's going to $90. How did that call work out, Dan Nathan? Not very well. Couldn't be more wrong. Here we can see that the stock is really starting to recover its prior losses, and we have blown through all of the major resistance zones here. There's really not much holding the stock back at this point, except for this psychological level at 250. I think it's a bit idiotic myself. I really don't like that the market, loves these big round numbers, 100, 200, 250, 500, 1000. Stuff like that is really kind of annoying that people focus on those price levels because they don't mean anything. They don't inherently mean anything. It's just kind of a random number. It's just got a lot of zeros at the end of it. There's nothing special about the 250 level. I was calling out this level because I think that, I've spent decades now watching the market, and this kind of thing happens all the time. People do love to park orders right around there, and I am expecting people to start short selling this stock and start betting against this stock. I'm sure there are many people that are kind of angry that Tesla is rallying like this. They're trying to look for opportunities, to bet against it. And then, in addition to that, you've got the fact that some people are also going to be taking profits. I mean, there are people that were long the stock. They're probably sitting on some fairly handsome gains at the moment. And some of those people are closing their positions, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You want to take gains. I'll never have a problem with taking a profit. But we do have to kind of identify some more realistic price levels here. We've already ground through this 250 zone. So a lot of the sell orders that would have been parked here have already been filled. We do need to start looking for the next move here. I would like to kind of move on from this prior trend movement here. Unfortunately, my rules for that haven't quite been met. We've still got this dominant downtrend move here. And when I'm looking at moves like this, in my view, it's still the dominant price move until we break to new highs or until the move retraces itself. So one of those two things have to happen in order for me to really move on to the next move. We're getting there. We're extremely close to that point. We're not far away from that. And that's mostly due to the fact that we've ground through all of the major resistance levels. So, in other words, there's nothing stopping the stock here from reaching above the 265 mark. That is my next upside target. This is what I was saying in the last video. We're going to head to 250. Expect some selling pressure there because the market is stupid and it loves these big round numbers. And you've got these people that are short selling the stock. Whether we like it or not, there are definitely people that are doing that. There are people that are not fans of the company and they think it's overvalued and they think that it should be trading below $100. It's mind blowing. Where are they getting this information? Clearly they're wrong and they're losing a lot of money in the process. But at the moment we've broken through my major resistance levels. The main level that I was pointing out here really came in at 217. This would be the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of this prior downtrend move. Okay, and I'm still calling this the dominant move. It will continue to be the dominant move until we break above 265. Once that occurs, then we will be focused on the current uptrend. But in my view, these uptrends aren't truly able to start developing themselves until the prior wave completes itself. So you do need to see these events happen. You do need to trade with some trading rules, and these are the trading rules. And it's led to huge successes in forecasting accuracy here so far. So we're not going to abandon any of these rules at the moment. But to the downside, it would not be surprising to see some a bit more selling pressure. If we start to see some declines at 250, I do believe that there are some long positions that are going to start to get a bit nervous. They don't want to lose the gains that they've captured in this process. So I do think that some of those long positions are going to close. I don't think that people are just going to, hold forever. The diamond hands thing isn't the same with Tesla that it might be with AMC or GameStop or something like that. I do think that people are going to be taking profits here while they can. So far, currently the next upside target is for a break of 265, not a decline through 265, but for a breakout through 265. Once we break through this area, we can start to really call an end to this prior downtrend here. We really are there at the moment, but you do need to see prior highs break before you start, being official about things and saying this downtrend is over and stuff like that. So currently there are a few rules here that need to be followed. We're very close to that point. I'm currently waiting for a break of 265. And then once that occurs, we have to then relook at this trend, relook at the structure of the trend and everything like that to identify new price zones that can be used to establish buy positions on pullbacks. So here's the current market outlook and analysis for Tesla Incorporated, stock ticker TSLA.